Store credit cards can seem very appealing, oftentimes offering very high amounts of cash back. However, I personally refuse to use them, and I advise you to do the same. By far the biggest reason I avoid these cards is because of the limited offers and how they lack so much versatility. Oftentimes, stores can advertise their own credit cards and say that they'll offer you 5 to 10% cash back, which, don't get me wrong, is a lot of cash back. However, they will trap you in by only offering it at that specific store. The way that they market these cards is they make it seem as though they are very competitive with your other traditional cards on the market. However, when lined up side to side, these store credit cards cannot compete. You might be asking, what exactly do I mean by a store credit card? What I mean is a credit card that's offered specifically by one store or location. An example of this could be a Target credit card, JCPenney's, Starbucks credit card, one of those types of things. There are dozens out there, typically at your bigger retail chains. These cards can certainly offer a lot of cash back at those specific stores, and if you are someone that consistently shops at them, it is well worth getting one of those cards. Typically, these credit cards offer a lot of cash back at those specific stores or locations, which makes them very appealing, especially if you are someone that will consistently shop at the same chain or same location. That being said, there's almost always some fine print or catch when actually getting this credit card. For example, let's take a look at the Starbucks Visa card right here. This card is a few years old, in which Starbucks partnered up with Chase to develop. In 2024, this card is no longer available for you to get, but for the sake of the video, I wanted to bring it up. With this card, you can earn 1 Starbucks star for every $4 spent outside of Starbucks, and you can also earn 1 Starbucks star for every $1 loaded into the Starbucks app. I personally never go to Starbucks, so I can't really tell you if that stars to dollar ratio is that good, but I'm going to tell you why I don't believe in this card. You spend with this credit card, whether it's at Starbucks or elsewhere, you will earn stars as the form of your cash back. The issue is you cannot actually use that cash back anywhere except for Starbucks. On top of that, this card came with a $49 annual fee, so essentially you are paying just to have all of your cash back only be available at Starbucks. So many credit cards for stores that are like this in that specific regard, but I just wanted to emphasize this because, maybe you do spend a lot of money at Starbucks and this does sound like a great benefit for you, then that's totally cool. But for the majority of people out there, I'd bet that you'd rather prefer actual cash back as opposed to just Starbucks stars. I now want to take a look at the Target credit card to show you another reason I'm not a fan of store credit cards. Now, the Target card is better than the Starbucks card as you can actually get real cash back. However, the issue is that the only way you can truly get a respectable amount of cash back is when you spend at Target. You can see here with the Target credit card, I can earn 5% cash back at Target, which is certainly awesome if you do spend there a lot, but I can only get 2% back on my dining and gas and 1% elsewhere. Now, the reason I think that this is so limiting for a credit card is because there's so many other no annual fee options out there that will get me more cash back everywhere I spend. For example, the Capital One Saver one can get me 3% on my dining. The Amex Blue Cash Everyday can get me 3% on my gas. Both of those have no annual fee. Essentially, the point I am trying to hammer home is that there are dozens of credit cards out there, each with no annual fee, that will allow you to get even more cash back everywhere you spend and not just in one specific store. Some other smaller points for why I'm not a huge fan of these credit cards is because they can create difficult setups with your cards. Cards are often opened and closed relatively quickly, such as the Starbucks card being open for just around 5 years. It's hard to find good information on these cards. Typically, it's hidden and it's not very out there for the public to see. And finally, they are just unnecessary to actually get cash back. Break that down a little bit more. If you do carry multiple store credit cards, it can get confusing on when to use each card when you're not at the specific stores. Obviously, if I'm at Target, I'll use the Target card, or if I'm at Best Buy, I'll use their card. However, when I'm out getting gas or dining, whatever it may be, it's kind of hard to figure out which card to use, and it creates a more complicated setup than there needs to be. The documentation for these cards is hard to find and it is difficult to read. When researching for this video, I struggled more for finding specific things about the Target card and the Starbucks one, as there's not a lot out there, and even what is out there is very vague. If I were to look up a card such as the Chase Freedom Unlimited or the Capital One Saver one, I'll have an easy to find, easy to read website listing off all the information I love to see. Finally, I think if your goal is just getting cash back, there's tons of credit cards out there with no annual fees and some with lower annual fees that you can use to get the most out of every single dollar you spend, even when you are at those stores. I want to clarify that this video video is solely my opinion. I know that some people out there have a great amount of success using their store credit cards. I personally don't do a lot of shopping at different stores, so I don't necessarily see the point in them for my own setup. But if you have them and it works for you, that's awesome. I don't want to take anything away from your setup. As always, comment down below if you guys do use store credit cards. I'm always curious to see if there are cards out there that do work and are really successful. I personally don't have any use for them in my own life, but if you do have them, it's awesome to see that. You guys could also go comment, like, and subscribe. It goes a long way in helping the channel grow. I appreciate you guys watching. See you in the next video.